out of the way, and then you see him focus on this. I had to watch this a couple of times because it turns from he wants to arrest one, which is now inside of the room where the other officers are already trying to arrest him on the bed. So he's focused on who is in front of him, telling him he's interfering. Why don't we just turn around? Turn to the right and go in the room and arrest the brother like you want, like you're saying.
So I heard Juan say in the video that he went to the other room to get something to record the encounter. Do you know what happened in that room?
That's what the other officer. I don't remember his name off the top. That's what the other officer that's in there with him literally rushes him and completely pushes him through the door. And that's when you see him try to turn around and explain, hey, my babe, and he doesn't get a chance.
Oh, T.I. son, I'm going to prison. Thinking about starting a show for YouTube. Like I'm gonna be telling stories from back then about Internet. What's going on here? What's going on in the shit? Like different little stories, different people that they have like personal interviews with everybody. Like,
Y'all, the Harris family drama just exploded. What started as just another celebrity kid act.
Someone was like living here. Just like living here.
Has now spiraled.
He's the project.
To something way deeper.
Yes.
What's courtroom? Elite arrest.
Which was bigger? That was the rational.
Yep. And possibly a 5-year prison sentence.
He caught.
Yes, you heard that right. King Harris, the son of rap legend T.I.
Something to talk about.
Might be trading in flashy cars and Instagram
But it's
lives
something to talk about right now.
for an orange jumpsuit.
I'll be right.
And what makes the story even
I'm
crazier?
gonna call the show Ratchet.
T.I. literally predicted this exact situation years
the
ago.
Ratchets.
Grab your popcorn, because this is one story where the warning signs were all there and nobody listened. Let's break it down. Back in 2022, T.I. wasn't just being a father. He was being a prophet. On Instagram Live, Tip looked straight into the camera and laid it out plain. My son think I ain't told him. His ass going to prison if he keeps this up. He didn't sugarcoat, didn't laugh it off, didn't brush it aside. This was a man who had walked that same path, and he knew exactly where it leads. He said 5 years, maybe more, and now those exact words are echoing back like a curse. And when a father with T.I.'s history says something like that, you'd think his son would listen. But King didn't. What makes it even crazier is the tone T.I. used back then. He wasn't angry, Havas. He was calm, almost too calm, like a man who had already accepted the outcome. He said he'd made his peace with it, that time would be his son's teacher. That wasn't a threat, it was a guarantee. Almost like he knew there was nothing anyone could do to stop it. Not fame, not money, not even him. And as much as fans wanted to believe King was just acting out like a teenager, the truth was T.I. had already seen the ending to movie. Fans on social media back then thought Tip was being harsh. Some said he's embarrassing his son. Others thought he was just putting on a tough guy act for clout. But deep down, the people who really listened to those words could feel it. They could sense the pain of a father who knew he was powerless against his son's choices. It wasn't about humiliation. It was about desperation. Colon and desperation, when ignored, always comes back in the ugliest ways. Now, fast forward to today. Clips of that 2022 warning are going viral again, but this time, nobody's laughing. Instead, they're pointing out how every single thing TI predicted is playing out in real time. The Waffle House fights, the reckless driving, the guns, the arrest. It's like a prophecy fulfilled. And that's why people online are saying, T, I didn't just warn King, he practically manifested this mess. And the scariest part, that prediction is no longer just words. It's a reality King might have to live for the next 5 years. October 2024 was the month everything finally crashed down. King Harris pulled out of a gas station in
Which one was it about catching up and seeing me? You know, so you catch up and today. Huh? Okay, sorry. Who? Look. Yeah, he ain't gonna let me hold it though. I'm just gonna hold it for a couple hours. Send me a little money. He did. I ain't gotta do all this and check it. I did it anyway.
The clip showed King screaming at staff, flexing his money. He was above everyone else. Instead of looking powerful, though, he looked entitled, angry, and way out of control. And that was the first moment people online started saying, if he keeps this up, it won't end well. What made the Waffle House situation worse was how public it became. The video spread like wildfire, with millions of views and endless comments clowning him. And even T.I. himself couldn't defend it. Tip went live afterward and admitted he was confused, genuinely baffled at why his son even stopped what he was doing just to argue with a short-order cook. He called the whole thing unnecessary, basically saying King was looking for a fight where there didn't need to be one. And when even your father, a man who's defended you countless times, can't back you up, that says a lot. But it didn't stop there. Not long after, King and Boozie's son, Tootie Raw, shot a music video together. Instead of focusing on the bars or the production, they filled the set with guns like it was a trap house. Clips leaked online, showing the boys trying to look hard while waving weapons around. Once again, it wasn't a good look. It was reckless. The kind of move that screams, I'm begging for attention from the streets. And that's when the dads had to step in, delivering one of the most serious reality checks of King's young life. Both T.I. and Boozy sat their sons down right there on camera and gave them a lecture. They explained how one wrong move, a gun in the wrong place, the wrong people around, even the wrong Instagram post, could land them in jail for years. It wasn't anger, it was tough love. You could hear the experience in their voices, like men who had already lived through the same mistakes. Fans actually praised the dads for trying to steer their kids straight. But the problem was clear. King heard the words, but he didn't absorb the lesson. Every time people thought he'd chill out, another clip would surface. Whether it was reckless driving, cocky behavior on Instagram Live, or picking fights in public, King seemed addicted to the chaos. Fans started saying he was acting out for attention, desperate to prove he was real in ways that didn't even make sense. And by the time 2024 rolled around, the chaos wasn't just a phase, it had become King's brand. The scariest part of King's arrest wasn't just the weed, the car, or even the gun on his hip. It was the ghost from his past, that open warrant from 2022. On paper, it didn't sound like the world's biggest crime: speeding, a DUI, and driving with a suspended license. But the real problem wasn't the charges themselves. It was that King straight up skipped his birthday. He ignored it like it would just disappear. And anyone who's ever dealt with the law knows warrants don't vanish, they wait. For 2 whole years, that warrant stuck in the system, quietly building away from the citizens in the T.I. had warned him, his fans had warned him, even everyday people online were saying, you don't handle your business, it's going to bite you. But King didn't listen. He kept pushing it up, and it was untouchable. So when Fox told his name in October 2024, it was game over. And suddenly, a routine stop turned into something much more. The leak footage made it crystal clear that fast things escalated. 1 second, he was standing outside the BMW, calm and collected. The next, the officer's voice changed to tone completely. We got a warning. And when those words hit, you could almost see the realization wash over him. No amount of flexing, no amount of clout, no amount of family money could undo what was about to happen. And that's the moment fans knew. This wasn't just another viral clip. This was the beginning of real consequences. King was caught, searched, and driven to the Cobb County Jail before being moved to Pickens County once the warrant got confirmed. The internet went wild with mugshots, arrest details, and the 30-minute body clip spread across social media. For someone who had been building a persona of being outside, this was the ultimate reality. And the irony was painful. The very energy he was chasing finally caught him, but not in the way he imagined. Just weeks after that arrest, King Harris's life took a sharp turn. He became a father. In November 2024, he proudly welcomed his son with his girlfriend, Big Nah Nah. On Instagram, He couldn't stop bragging about his newborn. He posted heartfelt captions, threw a full baby shower, and even dropped a track called Dear Steve. For a moment, it looked like fatherhood might finally grant him. And fans thought, maybe, just maybe, this was the turning point he needed. The way King spoke about his baby made people believe he was ready to change. He went live telling fans about sleepless night and morning routines with his son. He said, before this little man, I wasn't sleeping anyway. I'm up every morning doing concerts with him. It was raw, it was relatable, and it almost felt like he was stepping into maturity. But the problem was, life doesn't pause just because you become a parent. Because while King was busy posting nursery videos celebrating his new role as dad, that rest video was still circulating online. Bloggers were playing it, YouTube channels were breaking it down, and fans couldn't ignore the internet. On one hand, King was beating himself with a parallel thought. On the other, he was still facing charges that could lock him away for 5 years. And that contradiction made the story even harder. He was caught between two completely different things. For many fans, this was the saddest part of that. They saw a young man losing a baby 1 week and then sitting in a courtroom the next. They saw the potential for redemption, but also the weight of consequences closing in. Some even said it felt like watching a tragedy unfold in real time. And the tragedy was, everyone had seen this coming, everyone except King himself. Long before the arrest, long before the baby, long before courtrooms and mugshots, King Harris had already gone viral for all the wrong reasons. In 2022, a link to Waffle House spiraled into chaos when King got into a screaming match with staff. The video was everywhere. Him yelling, flexing his money, and shouting things like, "Pull up my pocket right